All right. Hey, everyone. Hello, hello. Oh, Deb Cruz. Hey there.
I snuck in.
Love it.
Snuck in.
Guys, welcome to our Sunday gathering for Sk'aliCh'elh-tenaut's Legacy. I appreciate you guys being here. Today is Sunday the 28th. Can you believe it, you guys? It's the end of July, which is why every time I type it in every week, I'm like, what? It's crazy. But I'm really glad you guys are all here with us today. Let's go around the room and do some hellos. And while I try to get this live on all the platforms, and then we will end with our special guest. Let's start with you, Ma. How are you?
Yeah, all good here, thanks. Just been really busy these past few weeks with some more artwork for Toki and the Gathering of Hearts. So I've been busy painting away. So if you spot any paint on me, you know why.
Thanks, Ma. And then let's go ahead and pass over to Christina. How are you?
I'm good. Happy to be here. Happy to see what we have going on with these awesome people with us today. So thanks for coming, Karen and Kim.
Awesome. And then Christina, if you can take over moderating just to go around the room with hellos. I'm having trouble getting this on one of the platforms. So.
Oh, sure.
Thank you.
Okay. Hey, Deborah Toro, how are you doing today?
Yeah, you got to put the initial there. I'm good, taking a break from awesome summer activities in PCW, but I got a really cool thing to share. I know this little dog always sits here. As soon as he heard her song, he comes traipsing in. Sk'aliCh'elh-tenaut. Love you.
That's awesome. Puppy. He's so cute. Cute. And Deb Cruz, how are you doing today over in the Salish Sea?
I'm out trimming tree branches so I can get along my pathways. That's why I was a few minutes late. But awesome. Good. I think we need some rain. So
yes,
kind of be asking for just even a little bit of rain.
I've actually been doing the rain dance, like trying to get some rain. Really, seriously.
Yeah.
Everyone should do the rain dance.
Me too.
Awesome. And Howard, how are you doing?
Yes, your dancing is working. Rain is on the way. I understand.
Oh,
it's a cloudy day, and that's a forecast of rain. So, yeah, good to be here. Good to see Karen and our special guest, and looking forward to hearing from them.
Awesome.
All I got.
Are you ready to take back over?
Good job, Christina. Good job. And I am well now. I think we're on all the platforms. One of them was giving me a weird thing. So comments are coming in. So that means we're good on Facebook and I think on YouTube. So thank you guys for being with us. I want to introduce our special guest. Karen has been on with us once before, and Karen is awesome. So Karen has a background in environmental education and volunteers as an activist to protect our environment. She has a passion for the Salish Sea and specifically the southern resident orcas, sparked by a transformative experience she had with them in her 20s. Maybe we can hear a little bit about that. She is also a musician and has found that combining her music with her activism is a great way to connect with people, educate them on important environmental issues, and spread the word. She's a mother of 2 grown children and lives in Seattle with her husband and 2 kitties. So Karen, thank you for being with us today. And then Lucy, first time on the show. Lucy Larkin grew up in rural Minnesota, fell in love
Minnesota.
Fell in love with orcas through watching the Free Willy movie series. After fulfilling their dream to move to the Pacific Northwest in 2020, they began to volunteer with Actions for the Southern Resident Killer Whales. Lucy enjoys low tide viewing on the various beaches in the Salish Sea, as well as land-based whale watching. Lucy's background in theater drives their artistic and creative viewpoint on projects, as well as drives their desire to connect with the public through activism, outreach, opportunities, which we're going to hear all about. Lucy lives with their wife and brand new golden puppy in Seattle. So Lucy, thank you for being with us today. Welcome.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me. Honored to be here.
So we were kind of talking because our very own Deborah Toro was involved in the Orca mural, human Orca mural project. And so that's what we want to talk a little bit about today. And I'll kind of just kick it over to you, Lucy, and tell us about this project.
Yeah, absolutely. So the Human Orca mural is a creative, I guess, imagery is a good way to put it, of Backbone campaign. I know Bill Moyer has been on the show before, so that's Backbone. And it's, Backbone campaign is really, really driven for just, creative action and just really having unique events. Like they've got like a lot of like their inflatables that can be rented and used for like a variety of events. And so we have like a life-size model of TokiTV, and we have a baby orca, and those actually were just out on the 4th of July in a couple of areas in the Salish Sea area here. So Backbone's just really great about giving a voice to just people like us, people that, we're not high-end politicians or whatever, but giving everyday people a voice to have a say in things. And I feel like that's, what we're all about in a sense. And with the Human Orca mural is a great example of getting people active, getting like a really cool image with the creating an orca, and it's a really impactful tool in Backbone's library. And so I believe it was, I want to say 2015 or 2016 that the first that the first Human Orca mural took place on Vashon. And it's a great tool for anybody in the public, just get involved. It was actually one of my first events that I was exposed to Backbone with, and Karen and I were both at that one before we got to know each other, and it just was a great way to come together, be a part of a really cool image, and to figure out how to take more action. And it's a great way to grab people in, a great thing for a community, and just I don't know, it's just really cool. It's something that I really enjoy. Karen, what do you feel like I missed about the Human Orca mural?
I think you've nailed it. I think that the unique thing about the Orca mural is that it involves multiple people, and it can be literally people that you're just pulling off the street at the moment. Like when we did the one at Gasworks Park recently, end of June. We were in a big park in a big field, and there's people walking by, and they're able to just join us, and they didn't even know about this event. So we had a cluster of people that came for the event, and then others that just joined in on the spot. And the nice thing is it allows people to get involved in something. All you need is an umbrella, which we provide. And it gives us an opportunity to educate people when they're standing there. We give them directions on what we're going to do, and then we can tell them a little bit about the issue and what's happening and what can we do to help. So it's a platform for us to spread the word in a really, kind of off the cuff way where we're having fun. It's not heavy, but yet we're still able to impart a message. And then, we do this event. It feels great to be part of something. And then after that, they get this really cool video that they can then share to their friends. So there's these multiple layers to it. And I had never led one before. With this one that Lucy and I did in June, I had been a part of several. And I was a little nervous about it. It's kind of feels like a big undertaking. But what surprised me was how much fun it was. We just had a blast. We had a total blast. So, it's just a win on every front, I think.
Absolutely. And yeah, just to reiterate too, like it's a great community thing. It was people getting to know each other, people like backgrounds, people that have a passion for the orcas, and it's definitely something that Backbone is looking to do more of. There is like some fees that kind of go into it. Backbone is a nonprofit organization, but if communities are interested in having these in their areas, just to like partner with us and to like kind of build that, kind of pull in some donations and whatnot. But it's a great like community gathering for sure.
That's really awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, all you need is a flat space and a drone permit. But
Well,
maybe
actually,
there's even ways around the drone permit. So
didn't we do one together, Karen, at the Capitol on the stairs?
yes, that
Yeah,
was
so it doesn't
really
even
cool.
have to be flat, right? I mean, because that one was on the stairs.
Oh,
Yeah.
that. Did we do
Yeah.
a mural? I thought we were just standing there with signs. We did an
No,
art mural.
not recently, like a few years ago
Okay.
at Michelle's, the one
That's
where we all
okay.
held the orcas with the names.
Right.
And
Yeah.
there was no umbrellas. We all wore black, and then they put
Right.
like white. Anyways,
Right.
it was fun. That's
Yeah.
all I was trying to say.
Very
It was
fun.
really fun. And I had a
Right.
really good time.
Yeah,
Met a
there
lot
was
of
another
people.
one at the Capitol during COVID. I think it was 2022, maybe, where we were on the lawn in front of the fountain with the Capitol building in the background, and that's really cool. Maybe Lucy, you sent the. Oh, there she is!
Aw.
Look at that
Oh
face.
my God! Okay, everybody, I can't focus on anything but that.
I know, right? But
Okay, I'll hide her.
Oh, it's all good. I love it. I want to see more. Oh my God. Anyway, yeah, that was cool. Did you send that clip to Annette? Did she get the one of the Capitol building? That was a really great.
I have a few different to show, but for those who have never seen it, let me just show a photo of it first, and then we'll look at some of the videos.
Yeah.
So there's one. This was in Seattle, right? You wanna tell us
Yeah,
about-
that's down by
Yeah.
Pike Place Market.
Awesome.
Yep.
Cool.
And I like this. I like this shot from the drone. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, and we have do you have the video? Can we play the video clip of the
That one?
no, it was the Vimeo link I sent.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Yeah, no worries. It's really cool how, and very like specific with how to get the drone video is, we get everybody in place, and then we have the drone, we're looking, making sure that it's looks right, we can see if we have any gaps, if we got to move anybody, and then the big thing is to so we'll play this, and the big thing is like on the count of like 3, we tell people to like radiate out, and so with a little editing, and we'll play this, we can see what like the money shot is. I guess is a great way to call it.
Yeah, so
and so this was our recent one at Gasworks, and so that was my thought of having, let's see the park, let's see the city. And then, so then we do it in reverse, and we get everybody coming together for the final image.
That's cool.
That's fun.
So we get to see that was like the final product, right? But it takes a
Yeah.
lot, right? So I'm guessing it takes a lot. I have some photos from when you guys were like learning how to do this. Do you want me to show them?
Yeah, that was a great thing too, because like Karen said, and you can see Karen there in the corner. Karen and I both, we like were a part of it, and wanted to learn more about it. So there's Bill there in the middle, and like they hosted this like prop training, I guess. This is I believe it was a performing arts center on Vashon, and it was raining, so we had to do it inside, so it was a little difficult, but it was really cool to see how it was laid out. And there was we've got quite a few people that were there to learn it, and so we've got like teams of people that can kind of set it up, and it's really, really cool how it's laid out. And it's very, Backbone's amazing with like their imagery and their tools. They have a builders guild, and so they like map this out in this whole grid, and to have like this system, like it's very creative, very creatively built. And then to do such a creative action is just why I love Backbone Campaign so much.
and it's just light. It all fits in a little wagon.
Yeah.
And it's just a grid of string. There's like an X and Y axis, and then the shape of the orca, and you just spread it out and you stake it down so that you have the outline. And then the white patches are just like a white tarp that's cut, ahead of time, and you just lay those where they go. So it's very simple, very light. And it takes a little while to, get it all unfurled and staked in the right place, because it's kind of large, and, a little bit tricky, but we got there a couple hours early and we had plenty of time. So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's really awesome. Deborah, you were in on one recently. How many have you done?
I've only done this one, but it's like these ladies say, that's the coolest action because you're taking up this huge space. So it's not like you're just sitting under a canopy handing out. Like the physical movement of it was so cool. And they're right. You just like, hey, come join. Hey, you got out black. Come join. And the hardest part of it is just to hold your arms up while they're doing the patrol, But it was amazing. And I think the only thing that I would add to it would be music. So it looked like we could all be dancing and getting more people's attention while they're coming on.
Great idea.
Yeah, it was a blast. It was really, really a blast. I would highly recommend it.
Thank you so much for making the trek. We had so many people come from far-flung places that day. It was really an honor to have everyone come. We had tried to do it earlier in June, and we were shut out by an atmospheric river.
Literal.
So we had to get the word out fast. Some people had already, gotten to the ferry, and I was like, "No, everybody go home." So
I think what I'm gonna add for the next time I come join you guys, I have bought some orca stuffies from the Whale Museum.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna modify them to turn my dogs into little moving orcas.
Oh,
I'm gonna bring my dogs into
love it. We gotta have you on our team. You've got good ideas.
Yeah, so it was a blast. Highly recommend it. I really, really do. It was such a positive. You're working with people. You weren't just talking at people. The physicalness of it was amazing. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and just that, that ability to have that connection with people. It's the conversations that happen after, it's the community, the connections, but and I would say too, like the human orca mural has the ability to, be paired with other things as well. And to have speakers, we because of like the reorganization and whatnot for this last one at Gasworks, we kind of let that fall a little bit to the side, and because we pulled some other people in, but in the past, have people, speak on the importance of our Southern residents, and just continue to build on that whole atmosphere of it, and just really capitalizing on the community aspect and the action that can be taken.
Yeah, I think, these times are so heavy and they're so fraught with so much anxiety and fear, and it's nice to do something that just kind of brings joy, even though it's still sort of political, but it's like a kind of political around the back door. It's like doing something fun and community building that still has a meaning and a message.
Well, it was more of a feeling, those kind of actions feel more like you're fighting for something. Instead of fighting, hey, you're not doing it wrong. You didn't do this.
Yeah, positive.
It was a positive. It's a positive form of action. That's like, and I think that's way powerful to fight for something versus against the tide, right?
Yeah,
because like you said, it's more uplifting for people to be a part of a good change in a good way. And it's not scary. Like a lot of people are afraid to protest with the sign, and in these days and ages.
Yeah, it's like a great starter thing for some people.
And then
gateway.
And then you're there, right?
Gateway. I mean, it was a gateway for me. So
yes,
I did get quite a few people to sign up on my email list. I have a list of, it started out, a handful of friends when I was doing the banners, and grew, and now I have over 40 people on there, several of whom started during that day. So it is a nice way to pull people into this movement. Like I said, always, the reason I do this is because I feel like when people understand the issue, they're on board. They just need the information, and there's just so little good information out there. There's a lot of misinformation. So being able to be a portal for good information, getting people to care, and then that helps turn them into someone who's going to act and speak out.
I just like the imagery. It's just beautiful imagery. All these human souls kind of like are magnetically attracted to come together and form one big orca soul. It's just really nice.
Absolutely.
To see.
Christina, you had a question?
Yeah, I had a question about like, how would people, do you have your email list of 40 people, and so is that what you do? You just contact them? I mean, so will Backbone like come to each individual like town, like say my town here or somewhere else where more people are, or I was just wondering, how do you get them to teach
Yeah.
you, or do they just come with their supplies, or yeah, that's what my question is. How do you do it?
No, that's a good point. And I know it came up in the comments, but there's a imagery library on the Backbone website is the best way to go about. It's so backbonecampaign.org, and then take action. And yes, I believe that's the link again there. So Human Orca Mural. And then there's a form to request. Like I said, we're Backbone's a nonprofit organization. There is a few costs that go into it, but there are, volunteers as well that do participate. So definitely like reaching out and contacting Backbone is the best place to start, and we can kind of work from there. Like I said, it is something that we want to do more of. And, it depends on, what the costs involved are, especially, the drone permit, the drone pilot. A lot of places do require, I don't know, like all the technical, but they have to be like certified with like the FAA. So there's a few like background costs with that, but always reaching out and asking about it is a great way to start, and we can kind of go from there. Like location, especially because the location can be so I guess fluid in different places. That would be the best way to just reach out and contact. You can also email me, lucy@backbonecampaign.org.
I know, Christina, you're involved in going to your local farmers market and tabling sometimes, sending out information. Maybe if we could get a handful of people that we know would show up, maybe we could come and do an event there. I don't know what the where it's held and if it has the right parameters, but it could be something as simple as that, do an Orca mural at the farmers market someday.
That would be awesome. I mean, and I think there is a space for it too. I mean, because does it have to be a certain size, or can you make it smaller or bigger?
That's a good question. There's two grids. I believe one, I think it was like 70 feet nose to tail is the smaller one. It's on our website. I should have looked at it.
Yeah.
And then the other one is, I believe, over 100 nose to tail. And then it just kind of varies on the people. So it's like 40, 50 people for the small one. And then I guess maybe like 75 to 100 for the large one. We did have to do like doubling up with umbrellas to kind of fill in the image for the Gasworks one. So that's always an option if you can't quite get like 45.
I think we had 35 people for that one, and we managed to make a really nice looking orca. So a lot of people held 2 umbrellas. That's doable. So if you had 15, 20 people you knew that would come, then we could definitely fill it with just people on the spot.
Yeah. And the image of the Human Orca mural has shifted over time. We have there's it's like tarp, I guess, is the spots that creates the white spot. But I mean, if need be, you could always fill in with some black fabric or material to kind of fill in some gaps too, because that's definitely been something of the past. In different Human Orca murals, different locations, if there wasn't as many people, just to fill in with other things. But and I know we talked about it a little bit, of the trying to get the right angle. The best way to get that full image is a drone, because it's right above. So that's kind of the biggest indicator. But if you can get something that's kind of angled, that's if you're good with that. But the shot that we love is that straight above drone shot. So.
Awesome. That's so awesome. I love you guys so much for doing that. It's really great. And I really love Deb's idea of adding music, because everyone, you're always drawn to music, right?
Yeah.
Or even their noise, the sounds that they make or something. I don't know. I started getting all kinds of visuals with the music or something. So that's awesome.
Yeah, I think that would be awesome too, and fun. And I just love how people are walking by wearing black. You're like, hey, come
Yeah.
because it's just that like that person might not have any idea, and people sometimes will
Exactly.
walk by
Right.
and like, they're interested, but they don't know what they're doing. So to actually give that invite is just more people to spread awareness, and what a cool way to do it. And like you guys said earlier, I just want to touch on that. It's really important. You guys are doing it in a way that builds community and it's showing, and it is a heavy topic. It's important. What you guys are up to is fun, but like the message is so dire. You know, it's
Yeah.
really important. So thank you guys for doing that. I'm going to add some photos to the stage here, and maybe let's see, Deb Cruz, if we can maybe take that down, and then Lucy, if you can just kind of tell us. You know, this was the Seattle one. If you just kind of want to walk us through a little bit while I scroll slowly.
Yeah. So this is, I believe it was March 2022.
Yeah.
And so Karen and I were both, participants in this one. I believe I was on the dorsal fin. And yeah, it was just really cool. You know, this was as before I became, and then here's our money shot at the end here. Before I became, more involved with setting things up in organization with Backbone, this, like I said, this was something that I was a participant in. And so you can kind of see how, and this, this is, the umbrellas aren't up yet. And so you can kind of see that it's, an in-between shot. We're kind of getting all the pictures together. And the video, similar to the Gasworks one we showed, is on the right there. But yeah, and during this too, it was, talking about, we had speakers kind of, engaging everyone. So it is, like it was suggested, having music. In Gasworks, we did do a little bit of chants. So just, again, that community gathering. And yeah, to keep people engaged, there was, I believe, this last shot here, you can see a speaker just talking about the importance of the residents, the Southern residents, what they mean to everyone, why it's important, and didn't really touch on it too. Part of the image is the words there too. So that's iconic Backbone material of the Save Orca, We Need Salmon, Breach the LSR dams. So to get that that action piece, that it's the action item of, hey, it's a community thing, but hey, it's important as well. And this is a great.
That particular one was on the news. Do you remember? There was like, I can't remember, Como or Cairo. They actually sent a reporter down and they covered it, which was great. We were right downtown, so that helped to get on their radar.
Yeah, and this was right by Pike Place. The park is since then been under construction.
Yeah.
But this last shot here is like a collage of other ones. I think that might have been the one that was referenced there on the steps of the Capitol.
Yeah.
That, I mean, still looks great too.
Yeah.
And so you can kind of see in some of these other ones, there's like extra, like fabric or material that's kind of added. And I believe like the Olympia one, let's see, to the right of the Capitol one, I think that was Olympia. So it is an angled shot. It isn't straight above. So it does, kind of depend on the restrictions, what you can get. And even the one that's like multicolored was, I think, one of the first ones. It's got like a big blue square in the middle of it. So it's, it's evolved over time. And so that's what's great about it too, is that it can evolve, you can add things to it. We were even talking, might be something in the future of like making it part of like a festival, or if we're able to bring it to San Juan for the August 18th event, it can be a part of something else, and just to really bring people together is just what the greatest thing is.
It's really cool. And there's so, I mean, and it's like, okay, so it kind of looks like, because you guys are doing the same thing in these different ones, but I got something out of every single one. So I'm going to show a different one now. And then if there's anything you want to, add, let's see, let's do Bay Beach Island.
Yeah, and this one's really great. I love that like little extra orca that was added, and obviously, I mean, not obvious. I feel like it's very obvious that TokiTV's journey or tour of grief was very, impactful for a lot of people. I was still living in Minnesota at the time, and it really was like just hit home, right? And just a powerful reminder. And I feel like that's what she was telling all of us, anyways, too. Of like, yo, this is an issue. So I believe that's a little bit of the reason for that extra little tiny orca there. And yeah, just cool. There's the collage image again. But yeah, just very, very powerful, very different. Each one is unique. It's even, I feel like it's even like the place of where it takes place too. It's all in typically in the Salish Sea area, their home waters. And it just each image just hits a little bit more, and just kind of I feel like just gives like that essence of the areas, of the communities, the Bainbridge, Vashon, just wherever they take place.
So let me see which other one I have here, because people like pictures, and I have a lot of pictures, so I'm trying to figure out which. Let's talk about this one. Let's see.
Yeah, so this one was paired. So this is a great. I did mention the inflatables of Backbone, and so this was paired with a a procession. So that's another great way of how the human orca mural can pair with other things. So we've got the salmon, that's the TokiTV orca, and then we've got the butterflies, and then the globe are all I guess items of the Backbone imagery library, and these are with donations for Backbone. Those are all something that can be checked out and rented to send just literally everywhere. We've had stuff coast to coast, and we send stuff, and then donations keep Backbone going. Here's another great example of the words that tie with it. So restore the salmon, save orca, the power of we, absolutely, community, create climate justice. So that can be if anybody's ever interested, that can be flexible, because those are Backbone created. They're essentially like the banners that we use for like the overpass, same material, but those are things that Backbone create as well. And so, yeah, so you can have, a procession, a march, and then have, a human orca mural, or you can have the music and the human orca mural. Just anything. It's no right or wrong way to do it, but just endless opportunities.
Lucy, I just had an amazing idea pop in with that picture with the yellow words. That would be really cool to do a Pride orca at a Pride event, and everyone would wear rainbow colors. Because there's a lot of open-hearted, loving people at Pride events. That would look really cool.
Because I noticed one of the pictures that you showed was just the people standing there. They didn't have umbrellas. So I think maybe it was a bunch of people in those black orca suits. Maybe there's like one or two umbrellas, but mostly it was just the people. So you could do that with just people, not holding anything, just putting them into that outline.
I believe some of the older human orca murals, people were laying on the ground, like dressed in black too. So it's it's shifted. It's
whatever you got, you just use what you got.
Yep. There's no right or wrong way to do it. That's the great part of it.
That's really cool. I love that idea of the rainbow.
The one that I was in, there were no umbrellas at all. It was just people. I actually just sent a picture of it to Annette. It was just people, and we were all wearing black. We were all wearing black. So you could do it without. You just need like the cutout, right, of the white part.
Yeah. Like at the Pride Parade, people are going to be all dressed in various colors. So just bringing a group of people together and just taking what you got, I think that'd be really cool to see.
Yeah, and this is another procession with the Capitol. A great thing for kids to be involved with.
Let's look at that video on the right.
Yeah.
It's not letting me play it. I
Might
don't
be
know.
a formatting error. Yeah,
It did a while ago. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
it's all good.
it's a great video. If we can get it to play. Not be loaded. Okay.
And there you can see the inflatables in action.
When do we want to end salmon extinction? Now! When do we want a free-flowing Snake River? Now! When do we want action? Now! No more talk! 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 So come on forward if you're a helper to help out hand out umbrellas.
Yeah.
Cool.
that was
There's your
great.
music, Deb. There's your music.
Yep, and the dancing.
Yep, that was
Love it.
perfect. And there was a comment that came through. I believe it was Sylvia. That's Olympia and the Washington State Capitol, where the procession and where the mural happens. So that was a great example of things that can be paired with it. The procession, the imagery, and then going to the human orca mural. And that was a good example too of like restrictions of where the drones can fly. So it had to get, kind of an angled shot. It couldn't be like right above. So, do with what you can kind of thing. And then there's a great example of how big our TokiTV inflatable is. But yeah, I just love it so much. It's just such a fun thing to be a part of. It was so exciting to, be able to be a part of one and then to be able to host one. And like Karen at our Gasworks one, the first video that we played, Karen was, great with, engaging with the guests, the community, the people that were there. And then I was really working to make sure that we had everybody set, and so that we had that good image. So I was working with the drone operator. So we have our roles just to get everything to pay off. But we're super excited to be able to do our next ones. Hopefully we could do one up on San Juan. I think that would be really cool. It's been up there before, but to do it again would be really fun. And yeah, it's really fun. Just a lot of things that can be added, speakers, music, the possibilities are endless. Yes, Cindy, I love that you mentioned that you love the salmon inflatable. I should have sent an image for it. There's actually actually a new salmon inflatable that's being created to add to the part or to add as a member of the imagery library for Backbone. So super excited for that, and that'll be out and about very soon. It's more the like the bluish color of the salmon, so super exciting.
I just love to look. There's that one. I just love to. So many. You guys have coloring stuff for the kids, and so you're teaching, and it's really cool. It's really cool. I'm gonna scroll through some of these photos just so everyone gets, because it's nice to see that. I'm really glad. Oh, wait, I see Deb Allers over there with the doggy.
Yep.
There's Michelle. Just really cool.
Great thing for kids. Yeah,
absolutely. Look at that. I mean, it's just amazing. You guys do such good work. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, this is great.
Watching the video was like exhilarating,
Yeah. Right?
So I can't even imagine the energy when you were there, like it really must have drawn in a lot of people. That was really awesome.
Yep. Such a great gateway, like Karen said, a great gateway to get more people involved. And it's it is that community outreach. It's because they don't have that time. They need the salmon. So it's the importance and just really driving that home.
Yeah. And we'll do the last one from this last event. See, I have a bunch of windows open, so I don't know if I can. What was the last one called? Gasworks, right?
Yeah. Gasworks.
Okay, let's throw that one.
We sent you so many things.
No, but it's great because that's why I want to show them all, because they're all about the same project, but they're also different, and so that's why I want to be able to show this. So let me. Are you guys seeing that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let me go to the top. Sorry. I see our buddy there. Okay. So if you want to talk that through, Deborah or anybody.
Yeah, we had a table with information. People could take yard signs and stickers. They could donate. And then we were just talking to them about the issue before we got everyone together. And then at a certain time, we, kind of amassed everyone, handed out the umbrellas, told everyone to take their places inside the Orca outline that was on the grass there. And then there was another opportunity to talk to them about the issue as a whole. You can see people walking around the park, just on the path there. So we were in a really good spot to catch people passing by.
Yeah, and even if they didn't like participate, we didn't pull them in. It was definitely like people were curious. They're like, "Oh, what's going on?" And even just like stopping to talk too. So even if you don't get people, it's a great like, "Oh, what's that going on over there?" And so you can kind of see here like the progress too of how we're adjusting people. Like the one on the bottom right, it's not quite there. We're filling in a little bit.
Oh yeah.
And clearing out this. I think Karen and I were standing too close, and so it's like, oh, we got to move out and make sure that we get a nice clean image. So it's just fun even to see like the progress of it coming together. And just to adjust it. So I had a lot of fun with that. Like, trying to figure out, this is what I'm looking at. Okay. I got to figure out who I need to move around. But yeah, just such a fun event. I just can't stress that enough. And you can see, the difference, literally no people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and all those umbrellas are held by people, and there's a great ground shot there of just everybody standing together.
The video on this one is fun. I don't know if you have a shot of the video, but the dorsal fin held by one of our volunteers, it spins into place, and it's just
yeah.
Check it out.
Yeah, we could. I think we played it at the beginning, but we could play that again. That's the Vimeo link in it.
Oh, that's the Vimeo one. Okay, I'll have to.
Yeah, we'll play that one again. Since
I sent you, Annette. I sent you a reel that shows it the beginning, the video at the beginning,
Oh.
and it shows some of these shots. I don't know if you got that.
Did you send it text or?
I did send it through text, yeah, last night. It's a really very short, just encapsulation of this whole event.
I'll look at it while you guys talk a little bit more.
I can resend it if you can.
For it, I should say. I'll look for it while you guys talk a little bit more. No, I should have it. If you sent it last night.
Yeah, I sent it last night. I think it might have been the thread with you and Lucy. Yeah. Sent it at 7 a.m.
I see it.
Okay.
The Instagram one?
Yeah, and it shows the video at the very first. So just watch for that dorsal fin. It's really cute. I think that was Owen.
I'm not sure if it's going to let me open large enough for anyone to see. It's really, really small because of the Instagram thing.
Yeah.
That's a bummer because it's cute.
Well, you did play it at the beginning of the video of the panning. You know, it's kind of a longer video, but it shows it at the end.
Yeah, we could play the Vimeo link again if we wanted, just so we can see. We see the pictures of the creation of the same event and then the final product.
Yeah, so if anyone can think of opportunities in your community to do something like this, it's pretty easy to put together. Just reach out to us and we'll figure out how to make it work. I know we're representing lots of different parts of the country here, but all the better. You know, this really is it's local, but it's these orcas, these salmon, they're an international treasure. We can't afford to lose them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the work is so important. All right, let me show you this again.
That's great.
Well, maybe for Deborah, I'll add some music to that video. Send it back to you. So
yeah.
Oh,
Deborah and her dancing. You guys, it's so. What is it? So somebody also said they had an opportunity. Julie said Backbone Campaign's amazing. Got to see their warehouse storage area of their props and amazing pieces. Was a highlight of their trip to Seattle. So I can imagine, and it's just cool. Like, here's what you need. Like, you have the event, but we're supplying. You know, can supply this stuff and
exactly. It activates everyday citizens to do cool stuff. I mean, literally, you know, I'm not a professional activist. I'm just me, you know, same with Lucy, although Lucy's getting more and more involved, but you know, all you have to do is be somebody who's interested and willing to volunteer to do something. And it can be a one-off, you know, one-time thing. It's so cool. You know, we took this one-day workshop, learned how to do it, and boom, we're doing it. So it doesn't take a lot of time to be able to do these things. Some of the things they offer need no training at all. Holding a banner, you know, that doesn't take any training at all, but it gets a lot of eyeballs on your message. So Backbone is just awesome. And
I'm just showing here their website. So backbonecampaign.org. It just shows you a bunch of the stuff that they've done, and then you can check out the campaigns. So yeah, guys, check out that website. There's a lot, right? There's calendar. There's about the stationary rail.
Yeah.
Talk about some of the impact, and you guys can donate as well to help them out to.
And if you hover over Take Action and then click on the imagery library.
Where
Take
is
Action on the far left. Yeah, and then imagery librry. I had mentioned it earlier. If anybody wants like the official, and scroll down a little bit. Keep scrolling. Yeah, organize the human orca mural. So all of our imagery libraries in this, but if you click on the human orca mural one, that's exactly. That's a great easy way to fill out the imagery request form and to contact us if you are interested. Like I said, there are some costs involved, just to work together. It's never a no. It's like, this is, the type of stuff that we want to do. There's, the list of other things in the imagery library, literally things that have been out coast to coast. So yeah, if anybody is looking for that, yeah, it's just such a great organization. Like Karen said, the ability to give voice to just everyday people, and especially if you feel like you need to do something, you need to do a little more. It's a great way to get involved. It's a great way to start. A great way to feel like you're doing something, and you're not just sitting having to wait for people to make decisions, or feel frustrated. It's a way to get involved, and it's a great way to share your voice. It's bottom line.
That's awesome. Thank you. And speaking of voices, we're going to end the show today in a minute with the song Karen wrote called BS. I just love it. But speaking of voices, using your voices, no, we've got stuff coming.
I co-wrote that song.
You did. Howard was the inspiration. Do you still have a copy of that speech? I loved that speech so much. It just went straight to my heart.
I pretty much winged it. I had a few notes, but I'll look back and see.
It was brilliant. It was brilliant. And he spoke to me so strongly, and I just couldn't. I had to put it down on paper to get it out there. So thank you, Howard.
Beautifully. Yeah.
Inspiration.
Music. Yeah.
That's really, really awesome.
Yeah.
A couple of things coming up. Speaking of voices, we're going to have a young lady with us next week who's doing big work and using her talent. I won't give away too much until I talk to her mom and we get the show all set up. But that's going to be fun. And then we're going to have folks from Children of the Setting Sun on the following Sunday, and we're going to watch a movie together. And then the following Sunday, we will be there in San Juan Island. And Howard, do you want to talk about this at all?
Oh, well, I don't even know how to put it into a few words, because I think it's going to be a gathering that will remember and honor and respect and celebrate and form community around Sk'aliCh'elh-tenaut and her family in a very, very special place. And I have, since last year, become aware of how special that is, not just to all the people who love seeing whales from the shore, but to the whales who come there. It's a very special place. J-Pod was there yesterday and the day before. So it's a really special place, and it'll be a special gathering to honor it.
Thanks, Howard. And we want to remind folks who are going to bring your water bottle. We'll be able to fill up your water bottles there, so we can eliminate, waste, plastic waste. So bring your water bottle with you. There'll be food. There's a Facebook page for it. So on that picture again, and it's all over our group page, but that barcode there goes to the Facebook event page. You can look it up by date as well. It'll tell you more details with the shuttles as soon as we get those, on how we're operating that and any other details. But folks, if you're gonna do the ferry, I hear you should get that figured out. So, but walk-ons may not be as difficult. And but yeah, folks, just try to join us if you can. I know not everyone can, and we will be streaming it. So we will go live from TokiTV from there. And if there's any issues, tech issues, because sometimes it happens and it's the island and we're right there, but it'll be recorded as well. So those of you watching live on that day, if it's not a good feed for any reason, just know that as soon as I am back in Wi-Fi area, we will upload a video of it as well. So we have a backup plan to the service for that. And I think Deborah wanted to say something about that. Nope. Oh, okay. Ma, you were trying to say something earlier, and I cut you off.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Honestly, I just wanted to say thank you to Karen and to Lucy, and just reiterate, what great work this is. I mean, people are curious, and from what I've learned, the people on the islands are being brainwashed by TV and radio that, the dams are not the problem. So being able to actually, target those people and give them the information and education that they really need, I just think it's great that, you can basically drag them in while you're there. So thank you, because it really does matter. They haven't got the time to wait. They need salmon now, not so thanks.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Lots coming up, and it can be all intertwined, right? Like it's all related. This is our event on the 18th is remembering Sk'aliCh'elh-tenaut, and just really being there as a celebration of all the folks she has brought together. So kind of a family reunion, if you will. That's where her family gathered, and where they do gather. So there's that. Backbone can contribute to all these other events that we're having. Other things happening around this is you guys keep your eyes peeled for the snake and the whale. We talked about that. We had John Carlos Frey on the show a few weeks ago, and that movie should be coming out. That documentary should be coming out soon. And as soon as there's information on that, we will share it here as well. But keep that title in your head, The Snake and the Whale, because that's going to be a big deal. And for those who hadn't seen, I'm going to play just a quick clip of John telling us about what he's doing with that film.
My philosophy as a reporter, as a journalist, is to give a voice to the voiceless and to hold those people in positions of power accountable. So I can't think of a better opportunity than to give Toki's family, who remain voiceless in the Salish Sea. They can't speak for themselves. They can't tell you and me what they need. That's our responsibility. So as a journalist, I'd like to give them a voice, and I'd like to hold those responsible for putting them on the endangered species list accountable. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, that film's going to be really, really great. And you can't even watch that TokiTV episode without getting choked up. The film's going to be amazing, and it's in honor of Toki and Ken Balcom and Jim Waddell. So we know it's going to be good. Those are some powerful voices helping from the other side. So always will remember them. We're at the hour, guys. Just check in. Anyone want to say anything who's on screen? Raise your hand. Anybody want to end anything?
I just want to appreciate Lucy and Karen for coming and describing all the wonderful human orca murals. And I now have a new heartfelt desire is to be a part of a human orca mural.
I love it. I love it. That's what we like to hear.
Thank you for giving us the opportunity to talk about it. It's really great to be on the show.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
You guys are welcome anytime. I mean, you want to share something that it's really nice to highlight people who are out there doing stuff. It's just really nice for everyone to see that. So we'll end with BS and thank you guys for being with us, and we'll see you next week. Okay.
Thank you.
We'll see what happens.
They said it never happened. They said it could not be done. To take away the dams we've built and let the rivers run. But they got the L wall flowing and its ecosystems growing. It's time to free the snake, no more BS. So BS to your task forces, BS to your committees, BS to endless meetings and all their nitty-gritties, BS to the corruption and riparian disruption. If you don't free the snake, we call BS. Maybe we should form a task force to decide on your next meal. Is that the only way to show you how the orcas feel? We won't sit idly by and watch our ecosystems die. It's time you did your job, cut the BS. So BS to your task forces and BS to your committees, BS to endless meetings and all their nitty-gritties, BS to the corruption and riparian disruption. If you don't free the snake, we call BS. You wanted to be president, but couldn't keep your base. So all your aspirations, they flew up in your face. We could have been your allies to get you through that race, but you wouldn't stop all the BS. So BS to your task forces and BS to your committees, BS to endless meetings and all their nitty-gritties, BS to the corruption and riparian disruption. If you don't free the snake we call BS, it's time you did your job, cut the BS. We've waited far too long, no more BS.